Hey guys, it's Melanie Hinds, your fastest Iraqi dinar summary on the net. It's my husband and I's anniversary, but he's showering right now. The handle 4x, the digital dinar is 132, so that's good news. Also, the big news coming out of Iraq, we did a lot of articles, the timestamps are up because I did those. Iraq faces drug crisis due to cash shortfall. I mean, it was a good article. KRG to start salary payments Sunday. So guys, that is the best news we got. They gave some different timelines. They talked about the different pieces of it because you got to get the money in the right buckets for it to be dispersed. But all of this is good news. Ever since they made an agreement on the oil and the salaries, we were good to go. And again, once the oil starts pumping, then they can release the HCL payments, which are based on the oil that's pumped, which we already know the net figures for that, 230,000 barrels a day. So guys, this is all in place to go. So keep your prayers up there. Iraq has succeeded in maintaining its internal stability. This is an IMF article all about Iraq. Iraq has succeeded maintaining its internal stability despite tensions. For the IMF to say this, the IMF is the head of all the central banks, head of everything. For them to say this, it could be close. Then the joint operations that talked about security services will pursue anyone who tampers with the country's security capabilities and supreme interests. So they, again, that's what our guys were doing. They're back safe. Thank the good Lord, right? And then there was 35 arrests for INSS foils the Ba'ath Party sabotage plots. They're catching people before they do anything. I think it's part of the digital systems, their surveillance. Again, security is everything. I'm going to be talking about that a little bit about what's going on here in the U.S. tomorrow on my Zoom. The link is already up, and Dave is ready to do it. The PM Barzani, Kurdistan is ready to transfer all oil production to Baghdad. That's Barzani. He had a big smile on his face the other day when I did the intel. That's why he has a smile on his face. Gold dropped a little bit in Baghdad. We give you the whole picture. The Minister of Transport, we have developed a plan to establish industrial cities along the Development Road Corridor. Guys, these industrial cities are big, and there are a lot of infrastructure costs, but they are just beautifying Iraq everywhere. Also, a direction to build waste recycling plants in Najif. That was unveiled, an article about that. Government communications, upcoming meetings to remove obstacles to providing citizens with solar energy systems. They want to go to solar, which they should. They're in a desert environment. But another big article was the ports begin floating the fourth concrete section of the submerged tunnel project at Al Fall Port. They think it's going to be done soon. Guys, that's the first time they've ever had an underground waterway. They did the last section. That was good. Obviously, and then they published the results of the first round of vocational education test scores. Guys, they have a very young population. Renewable energy team, solar energy product beginning garages of 8 ministries. I didn't do the whole article, guys, because it is my anniversary. Then the Ministry of Justice announces the activation of data sharing between the real estate registration directorates and the Baghdad municipality. They're going to start having real estate prices soar in Iraq. Parliamentary planning, the organization of the Fall Port, is a major achievement for the Ministry of Transport. They had a picture. They were touring the facilities. Now we go to everybody else. And again, the digital Forex rate is 132 right now, and that means it's digital. Everything I think there is, that we know that they're going to have biometric voting. They have the most secure border, and the IMF, that article today was huge from the IMF. So everybody's waiting and watching. And then everybody else, you got Frank saying Trump is leaving a wake of exchange rate changes on this planet in order for them to play fair and equally with our dollar. It is very breezy in here, and I get cold in the breeze when it's only in the 70s today, and I'm not in the direct sun. So that's why I have my blanket nearby. It says if Iraq depegs from the American dollar, then they're in position to pair, and that means they're in a position to float. They can start at $1 if they want, although it'd be really stupid. What a waste of time. Start out at $3 or $4. Let's get going. We have a lot of work to do. I agree. Mark Z says, I do have some very excited folks on the ground in Iraq who feel they will know all their budget numbers next Tuesday. They haven't said that they are going to have a new dinar rate then, but they are hopeful. They are about to get one. Guys, everybody's hopeful. Everybody's on pins and needles right now. Mountain Goat, as investors in the dinar, we have to fully understand here what is going on and stop wishing on a rainbow for the RV. It said, it is coming sooner than you think, I assure you. When the time is ready for the reinstatement, it will kick off with the projects of the delete the zeros. 80% of the mattress money's already been brought in to the banks on the digital system, and they're getting digital money on their cards. and they're getting all sorts of incentives to get these cards, which opens up their bank accounts automatically because it's an AI-run banking system. So this cash is going away, the large dollar notes. Are they going to put out other currencies? I think they're ready to go out, but they're trying to get as many people in the digital as they can. Take in as many of the larger notes as they can in Iraq, and they're just getting increased purchasing power. They know nothing about what's going on in the inside of their banks, that it's a digital dinar. They don't really know about that. They're not as adverse. In fact, it's illegal, I think, to do cryptos in Iraq. They want to protect their population because there are a lot of scams associated with cryptos. And so then it says, let's see, Frank 26 says, I always like the idea of doing a one-to-one pairing with the American dollar. Guys, this has nothing, the digital dinar rate of 132 has nothing to do with the US dollar. It's just digital dinar. And supposedly they're getting one-to-one when they bring in their paper currency for the digital in their bank accounts, which makes them happy. They're getting one-to-one. It has nothing to do with the US dollar. We cannot go to the banks yet. We cannot call the banks yet. We should not be doing that. Let's see. It says, Samson, the United States of America returns its employees to work at its embassy in Baghdad. Yes, we covered that, I think, yesterday. Militiaman, there's a lot of people that didn't want Iraq to revalue their currency. They want the status quo because it goes against the influence inside the politics. There is a lot of politics going on, but that's why I think Soudani put in the hands of the central bank of Iraq. And I'm really glad the IMF put out that article today. Again, we get the breaking news. Please subscribe and tap the bell. Obviously, let's see. Anyways, yep, I'm not going there, and I'm not going there. Well, Pimpy was talking about the drone attacks. So they did articles today saying how they're hunting down those people that are trying to hurt the infrastructure of the oil fields. And our guys were part of it. So guys, we got the best intel. I hope you will join us. Please subscribe and tap the bell. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for our live stream. And we have our Zoom at 11 for all mastermind group members. That's mastermind group members only. The link is up. And I'm pretty sure Dale is going to be there. Did I get confirmation from him yet? Yeah, got it. So listen, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And thank you so much for everybody who's subscribe to my channel, and please share my content if you can. And I'm a little distracted because my husband just got out of the shower and he's taking out the dogs. We have to figure out what we're doing for our anniversary. I'll see you later, guys. I love you all with the love of Jesus, and I love all my mods. And thanks again to our very courageous military. Keep them in your prayers. They are on the ground there. They are your personal security for your investment if you have the Iraqi dinar. If you have cryptos, I'm happy for you. I do too. Let's just pray this thing in. And guys, that's it. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day. I did get back to some emails while I was waiting on my husband to get done. But guys, again, the link is up for the Zoom tomorrow at 11. And that's all the articles we got through today. And I hope you will join us and share, like the video, comment down below, give me some encouragement, say whatever you want, and pray for me and my husband to figure out what we're going to do tonight. Bye.